I can't get enough of it. Before we get into Lords of the Fallen, though, one other thing we like to do on every Tuesday Try Me is we like to look at new game releases besides the one we're gonna play. If I hop over to Steam, we have quite a bit to go over. Did I test that before stream? Yes. And the way how I test it is I went to another streamer to see what it looked like. And then from there, I just hit the play button and then see what the auto-generated drawings were. Because, to be fair, it could be anything. It's supposed to be based off of prompts, but you have no idea what's being entered. Unless they have some really banging algorithm or something that could just figure it out. Chat GPT or the Stable Diffusion trying to figure out the drawings. Lords of the Fallen is really good looking, but the rest is standard Soul stuff. If it had better performance, it would be good. Yeah, I think from what I've seen, I've only seen people play it a certain kind of way, which is honestly strength, I guess. So when I do load it up, I'm gonna see what else I can do besides just big sword plus armor. Oh, yeah, we gotta check a very highly anticipated release today. Diablo 4, 25% off. Out now on Steam. Those who remember, this was on Battle.net. We're mixed. The game has been out for probably 7 hours, and we are in mixed territory right now. Does anyone know, does Battle.net have reviews on it? Yeah, Conquer, today. This just released today. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and say, like, just preface, most of the negative reviews are gonna be people who just hate Blizzard. So, like, not all of these are completely warranted to the actual game itself. There will be some of that. I'm gonna spoil a little bit. But it will be certainly fun to go through these, I think. This spell is nice. I think Retro played that. We'll take a look at the trailer in a second. Reviews on Battle.net to compete with their own games. Oh, you mean to get the lowest reviewed game of all time? Oh, you mean, okay, yeah. There's no point of having reviews on Battle.net because it's only their game, so why leave a review? It's not like it's a full store. Got it. The reason they had to release it on Steam is because of how much they screwed up the first season. I wouldn't be surprised if, just like Sony, how we've been getting Horizon and Spider-Man and stuff like that on PC after the first party stuff, that like a lot of these devs might be trying to go down this route, except for maybe Microsoft. Well, no, you can get Halo now, right? Yeah, I really think that this is the future. The only one that's not doing this is Nintendo, right? If Nintendo ever wanted to really nurture the community, right now, if you do anything mod related for Nintendo, you might get your whole channel basically copyright stricken. So, I mean, I think that's the issue that Nintendo has right now. PlayStation's still reluctant. Yeah, but whenever they do it, the profits are huge. Like, we've seen that already from Last of Us. All right, let me read the reviews, because I know a lot of people are already, like, on their toes. During my childhood, Blizzard couldn't get it wrong. As an adult, they can't get it right. So we're gonna see a lot of people who literally bought the game and immediately did a review, like right away. Which is like, they had planned to do this from the very beginning. And if you think about it, like, inflation at all-time high. Standard of living at maximum right now compared to living wages. Yet, I'm going to pay... I mean, to be fair, it was 25% off, so maybe you get a little bit of a bonus. I'm going to pay $50 to leave a negative review on purpose. Like, I probably didn't even play the game for 30 minutes. I know Blizzard gets a lot of hate, but personally, I don't think it gets enough. $50 right here. If I were Blizzard and like all I cared about was money, like screw the optics, I'm just gonna toss all the games up on Steam just so I can collect $50 a pop. Like, if I was an exec, why would I not do that? Yo, Speedy, good to see you. Speedy, we're just getting started with the stream. Taking a look at the hottest new releases. The game is good if you can get past the splash screen. Okay, this one is like sort of valid. It's unfortunate because like a game will come out and it's hard to connect, but then like it's still a negative review. Should you buy Baldur's Gate 3 or Diablo 4? Things Diablo 4 does better. Microtransactions, live service. I mean, that's not bad, right? Always online. Were they working on this? I thought this was on one of the FAQs for one of their live streams that like, yeah, they don't have offline mode right now, but maybe it's gonna be in the future. I thought I heard that, but maybe that was a lie. My computer runs Lies of P so poorly, I was stuck for a good 5 minutes not knowing how to progress because the ladder didn't load. It like loaded the rest of the level, but that movable object, it couldn't. That's wild. Like, I almost feel like usually games load the mobile stuff first. Because like sometimes you'll see an enemy off in the distance, just like floating in the sky. And then the rest of the world is rendered on top of it. So now you see like the cliff under it. Like that's super interesting. Battle passes, $20 horse cosmetics. Battle pass not giving enough currency for shop items or next battle pass. Fortnite player. Things Baldur's Gate 3 does better. Patches don't nerf classes. Has there been a patch in Baldur's Gate? Does not have malicious UI design that makes it extremely easy to accidentally purchase the battle pass. Wow, that's kind of dirty. I think the only game that I got like dangerously close to doing this was Fortnite, where if you have a battle pass and you try to unlock something and it'll say that you don't have enough points, it'll ask you, would you like to buy battle pass levels? And like, it's just a big bright button. So sometimes I'll like click, I don't have enough stars, and then I'll see, oh crap, I gotta get stars real quick. Then it takes you to the shop, and then it asks for mom's credit card. That's where I have to draw the line. Full story with an ending that isn't behind paid DLC. Diablo 4 ending behind paid DLC? Is that accurate? That doesn't sound right to me. Huh? Alright. My dearest Lilith, I hope this message finds you in the darkness of spirits, for I have grim news to share regarding the abomination that is Diablo 4 and the wretched state of the company that birthed it. Blizzard, a once respected titan of gaming, has fallen from grace. It is my somber duty to detail the horrors that have befallen our beloved sanctuary. Oh my god. Thanks to the always online prone lag servers, playing hardcore is basically pointless. Game lacks QOL. So this part, I will actually be on board with this part. I went into, and I'm sorry, I gotta do it. I always have to check Quinn, and I have to check Zeus whenever these new games come out. And I guess Diablo 4 is not new, but I always check them, and they were lagging just as badly as I was. And the lag in Diablo 4 is not the lag that you're used to. Like, it's massive rubber banding. Like, you'll be on your horse, and the horse is like being dragged backwards by like a black hole as you're like running forward, and like you can't do anything until it just releases you from the darkness. And apparently when you're playing hardcore, it is very easy to die due to like the server catch up. Do you see that Karn, the PoE Bone Shatter guy, was the first to reach level 100 in D4? He lost his character due to server lag. Okay, so I knew he lost his character, but I thought it was to a DC. Does that count as server lag? Because then you might say Comcast, Verizon, you know, it was the ISP. It had nothing to do with us. The best thing about Diablo 4 is refunding it. My god. Wait, why? I thought you couldn't leave a review if you refunded the game. This person didn't do the refund, right? Yeah, right. Lost connection. Back to hell. I don't know why. That is extremely funny to me. It's like, it's nice and simple. You have a 1.2 hours in the game, so that means they're probably actually trying to play. Get Baldur's Gate 3 instead, you won't regret it. It's such a different game. I don't know if I really agree about Baldur's Gate 3 versus Diablo 4. But I don't know. I'm not clicking this. If you all want to see what this image is, feel free to search out yourself. Probably not safe for work. I'm doing my part. Okay, chat, does this really mean that this person paid $50 to type this immediately after buying the game? Please tell me I'm wrong. Yes. They will refund it, but I think if you refund it, it goes away. Pretty sure they all refunded. Wait. Do refunded? Oh, does your Steam review get removed if you refund the game? 2018? Nothing more recent than that? If you wrote a review while the game was still in your library, the review stays until you delete it? There's no way. It gets labeled with refund? So, okay. So you're telling me that there is a massive... Oh, wow. No way. So many of these reviews don't even say that. I have one match for the word refunded. Every other review up here has not been refunded yet. They have 2 weeks. Is there a world where there are people who have their timer and they're gonna say, I'm gonna leave a negative review, and then once the timer is done, then I will refund the game? I have a week to leave this up. That's $50 I could go to Taco Bell or something. Do you know how much I could buy at Taco Bell with the $50. Checking out Kellen's link here. Yeah, Steam now shows if a product was refunded. Yeah, so that's this up here. Product, oh wow, I don't know if I can click into these users. Product received for free, product refunded. That's interesting. I cannot actually tell you if I have ever refunded a game that I received for free. I think I am on a 0% refund rate on free games. That is next level. Stole a credit card just to not give Blizzard money? I mean, there's a lot going on here, so I'm sure there's some of that too. All right, so the moral of the story is that the game is getting, I guess, pseudo review bombed. We talked about this last time, how like you basically have this difference between a Blizzard game and any other game where the standards are different. So if you were to say that Diablo 4 is getting review bombed, it is probably an accurate statement. But because it's Blizzard, there may be an argument where there's no such thing as review bombing a Blizzard game. I'm not going to go down that route. I'm sure someone will. But it is just very interesting thing to think about. All right. So the stuff that we play, by the way, roguelikes, there's a couple new games out. I can understand doing this for Overwatch 2, but Diablo 4, I don't know, haven't played enough of the new patch to leave reviews like this. Most of those people didn't load this. That's the thing. There could very well be a very good Season 2 right now, but because they immediately did a negative review, then, you know, that's all there is to it. Xbox Game Store lets people review games. Yeah, I feel like the Xbox Game Store is still like a game store. It's like a Steam platform where like games compete with other games. Now, of course, they have their first party stuff. So it would be like, is it okay to have like Halo get bad reviews? Very interesting. I guess the point is Halo probably would not get bad reviews. Okay. New and trending. We are in Roguelite. We have Wizard with a Gun, Empty Shell, Rungor. We did a first look of Rungor on their was it early access? No, the game is only now early access. Maybe we played a demo of this. And you all, like, I did a poll after we tried the game. You all didn't really care for it all that much. It says it's a card battler, but it's very much a real-time game. The card portion of it is just how you execute commands. The game does have a lot of humor to it. Currently, campaign is like 2 different games. But would you say the same thing about Despot's game? Yeah, the dev has like very... Do I want to call that Zoomer humor? Maybe not. But the game does have comedy in it, and that's like probably the most important part. I think conceptually it was cool. The auto battler is what I was talking about, Kellen, the first game. When you mean like a game that's 2 different games. Yeah, so we played Rungor, but not too many people really you know, was pogging out. Similar to One Step from Eden, I would say that. Maybe not as much action requirement, but definitely a fast-paced game. I don't know if we're going to give this one another shot. We may if people ask for it. Okay. The first part of the campaign is more like a mobile game, such as Cut the Rope, and the second part of the game is Slay the Spire Ascension 20. That's interesting. I don't remember, does Rungor have meta in it? Is it a possibility that like you will do better in the second half once you die a bunch of times? A lot of people don't care for that. Spell disc. I promised I would click this. This actually came out on the 18th, but I don't remember if we actually watched the trailer for it. Oh, we did. Yeah, my worry about the game was if it's gonna be like Wizard of Legend where you actually can't press a button until the game tells you you can. The way how the trailer looks, it looks like you can just style on enemies. But I don't know. That's honestly the worst part about Wizard of Legend, I think. Is waiting for the monster to, like, calm down. I guess that's more Souls-like than anything else. Like, if you think about Lies of P, you're certainly not attacking whenever you want. But it's like, do I want to do that in a pixel roguelike? I don't think so. I didn't pay $4.99 to sit there and watch. That looked like Survivors. I thought this wasn't a Survivors game. Huh? Did I just look at two different games? Yeah, like this arena is so small. Has anyone tried this yet? Is this Survivors or no? It starts off as a roguelite and then it becomes Survivors. Oh, is it like the end of the game, you get to test out your build in the Survivors area? That's interesting. I guess that puts it more in line with like Despot's game, where like it starts off as an auto battler and then you test your build against something at the end of the game. You can always stay on the roguelite part if that's what you want. Huh. Maybe I have to try it. Hang on. This is a very rare wish list live on stream. You all have never seen me do that. I might have to look at that. Because I had no idea what I just saw. Haunted house. Creep, sneak, and dash your way through hordes of ghouls and eerie ectoplasms in this roguelite reimagining of a classic Atari adventure. Roguelite haunted house? Roguelite Luigi's Mansion? No. I don't believe it. Whoa, what happened? Almost reminds me graphically of Nancy Drew games or any like similar find the hidden object game. I don't know if you all get the same vibe, or maybe you've never played one of those before. But that's how it looks visually to me. Trapped in the mansion. But what's the roguelite? Come back stronger each time. Haunted Luigi's Mansion with meta progression? Health up, lantern up, speed up. Dost thou dare enter? Dodge roll, that's Soulsborne. And I think I saw stamina too. That's gotta be stamina. I mean, I want it to work. I really do. It's just a little hard because if the roguelite part of Come Back Stronger is just if we can find it. Went too far. If it's just this, and like maybe you start off at a different wing of the mansion, that's a little weak. Really what that is like you will not beat the game in your first couple of playthroughs, but then like eventually you will beat it just based off of pure stats. Rather than like you came up with something in a roguelite fashion, which is what got you through the game. And that's not saying that I know anything about this. I most certainly do not. But that's what I would gather from the trailer. I almost wonder if devs, especially the indie devs out there, ever think that, okay, we have our game conceptually. We're gonna like just show it to independent gamers out there, people who don't have like some organization behind them or any kind of like content stuff. Like, let me just show you our game and then in the trailer tell us what you saw. We're not going to give you this part. This is going to just skew your expectation. We want you to build the summary based off the trailer you saw. And I feel like no one would get this out of it. Except like the sneak and dash your way through ghouls. It's hard out there. Like I do not envy the devs or PR. Pretty sure we cannot click Rebellion God Soul. Let's ignore that. Top over to Roguelike with a K. We got Mosalina. This game Alexa has been foaming at the mouth over. Cube. Arrow. Mushroom. Death. Random solutions. All right, snake. Cube. Bomb. Oh, nothing's planned. Frog. Mushroom. Did they win? Okay, I'm assuming it's like Q Remastered, where the objective is to just get to whatever the thing they tell you to get to, and then they give you random stuff, and that's just tell you do it. Figure it out. Gravity? But now how are you gonna cross? Oh no! So yeah, I assume it's just almost like a WarioWare. It's just like small bite-sized game. You find the solution however you want. F. Might buy it on sale. I think it's a $5 game. Unlucky. I wonder if that would actually hurt you if it hit you. Okay. That answers that. Frog me. Oh, that's anti-grav. Oh, easy. Easy. I guess you only have to click the thing and then get to the exit. It's interesting. I would not be surprised if like some streamers catch on to this. Because like I'm sure some of these will be a good Keck W in the chat. Or like 50 million people trying to tell you exactly what you're supposed to do. Variety might be low. It's supposed to be fully random. So all we've seen is like square shapes, maybe some spikes and stuff like that. But I'm sure the game has like no limit to what it could throw at you. What my question would be is like, as you play through it, is there like a difficulty curve? So like the beginning is as simple as like, oh, this is probably a 1 item solution to get the apple. But then like further on, maybe there's like a 50 route solution in order to do this. Hellboy tomorrow. Yes, I will be playing Hellboy. I do not know if I will play it on stream. I have until the end of today to figure it out. It may just go up on YouTube as a first look, so I can finish Lies of P. I have no idea what I'm doing just yet. Streaming's hard, by the way. You know what else is hard? Legendary Creatures 2. This is Exploration Dungeon Crawler Auto Battler. It was in the roguelike tag. What's the name of the game? Catan. Is Catan played on, like, tiles like this? How far am I in Lies of P? I just beat the green monster, which is a Red Sox reference. Red Sox baseball here in the United States. A lot of items, a lot of emblems, but I want to see if it's a survivors game before I get too excited. Auto Battler. Truly. Teamfight tactics at home? So, not gonna lie, I have a soft spot for games like this. There's something about yelling at this unit in the back for targeting this thing right here instead of targeting the actual boss unit that's killing my entire front line. That, to me, like, whoever can encapsulate that feeling in a video game, it is a grade A game to me. Did I struggle with decay? No. And that's because I had 2 weapons. And I only ever really needed to worry about first phase decay, because in second phase, I'm not using that weapon anyway. My first weapon is a fire weapon. I use it on the swamp boss, and then once you go into phase 2, I actually manually change to my electric saw, and then that thing is what does the damage, and hopefully the decay is not a problem again. Yeah, my stuff is too heavy too. I mean, I literally press start, unequip, re-equip, and then attack. Because it gives you enough time to actually re-equip. Yes, I have died to decay, but the question was, did I struggle with it? And what I said at the end of that stream was that I thought the fight was okay until the moment that it actually kills you with decay. Then the fight's garbage. Literally, because it's in a garbage dump. But whenever it doesn't do that to you, it's actually a very, very good fight. That's what my conclusion was. Legendary Creatures 2, now available. I would play this. I'm not lying, I would. I don't know if I would show it on stream. I would probably give it a try offline first to see, like, can I voice my thoughts in a entertaining and educational fashion. It looks like a very long game too. Like you don't even finish this in one stream. This is like a 10-hour long campaign. Like I can just go and play D&D in real life, but I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, you know what? Give me a wish list. Death and Glory, card game. Roguelike, deck building, strategy. There are many paths, but only one champion. Is this loud? It's not that loud. Looks a little mobile. Is that a Gundam? Amass great treasure. Someone went hard on the art. No lie. It looks like this will probably be a mobile game if I'm looking at the resolution here. Like, if that's a deal breaker or not, I guess no comment. Yo, he got the dog in him. All right, I think we get it. Just in time to pause. Yeah, free to play, probably mobile. Maybe won't show up on the stream, but you know what? If you pick it up, let me know if it was any good. If it's mobile, where are the waifus? That's why I clicked out as soon as that pop-up showed up. All right, so that was new and trending. Let's take a look at popular upcoming. We saw this the other day, Sea of Survivors. I know we have a couple survivors in the chat. Oak Hero. Endless Dungeon. Pre-purchase? I don't know if I've ever seen a roguelike game with a pre-purchase tag. Except maybe Returnal, but I don't think that counts. That's really odd to me, but let's take a look. Early access is why? As many games that come out early access, it never has pre-purchase on it. The Endless series is really good. I will tell you, I struggle with this game. And like maybe when it comes out and the balancing is a little better, I might have more fun with it. But I actually do not care for this game. Maybe multiplayer. Maybe it's like a Risk of Rain 2 where like playing it solo is no good, but if you have a squad, then maybe it's interesting. But the game is actually designed for you to play multiple characters at once. Let's see if they show gameplay. Okay, yeah. So for those who haven't seen this game, Endless Dungeon is not really like a character fighter. It's not like a PvE Overwatch. It's really not. It's more of a tower defense game where you also play as a hero that has Overwatch abilities to it. But for the most part, you cannot win the game purely off the merits of your own character, you actually need your turrets to do the majority of the work. Now, this is a boss fight, which is interesting, where I don't see a single turret in sight, but that's not the true game. This is the true game right here. What you're actually doing is you have a nexus, just like in League of Legends. This thing is a spider with a little diamond on it. You escort the spider to a checkpoint. Once it's locked in, you have to defend that point from waves of enemies coming in Bloom's TD style. So there are doorways like all over the map that are going to like feed monsters in. And you have to go, oh yeah, like a blight in Path of Exile, where you have to go explore the map, open these doors. Those doors now cause more monsters to spawn. So it has the roguelike component of like, you have to find gear and use it, but all at the same time, Bloom's TD, aka Blight, is happening. And if you're playing solo, you're using multiple characters. You could use up to 3. These 2 will be AI controlled. You would basically like click this one, tell it to go to like this room, and then like leave it there. And then like move the other. You could swap to whoever you want, like on the fly. So like if you're fine down here, but this one's in trouble, you can like swap to this one, which is on a different hallway. And then like take control, do whatever you need to, then swap back. But my issue with the game is I feel like it's probably a 5 things I wish I knew game. In the same way that Skull the Hero Slayer and other stuff is, it's a game that you probably cannot win without some kind of outside knowledge. Unless they balanced it. Because like what will happen is you have all of these waves of bugs coming in. There's waves of bugs coming in behind you. And the way how you position your turrets, it's on an economy basis. You can't just open a turret anywhere. They also have very specific spots that you can put them. So like if you have a flamethrower turret that has a very specific range to it, you can't put it back here because it won't hit anything. You have to put it here. So that means like the first time you do it, you'll put it in the wrong spot, you'll lose, play again, now you know what to do. But then the next area has different layouts, different bugs. Some might be resistant to certain stuff. You're gonna lose again. And then you restart again. I know that's very much a roguelike, but it felt like I learned nothing when I lose in this game.
Heads up, kids. Party time.
But maybe multiplayer is actually going to be legit. So will I play the game? It is very possible. For all I know, you all might see this game tomorrow. Wait, 19th. Today's only the 17th. For all I know, you all might see this game on Saturday. But that is not to say that I am looking forward to it, because I am most definitely not. Unless I find people to play it with. You like the other one? I didn't like the other one either, but Dungeon of the Endless, I probably have like 1 hour of game time. Yeah, in library. You all are seeing my actual account right now. My $4.69 nice cents. I wish it told you how much time I had. Dungeon of the Endless is basically the same game, except a pixel version, and not so much of a hero fighter. Like, it doesn't have the Overwatch portion. How did you get 69 cents? Blaze, that's my secret. Honestly, I have no idea. I must have bought something that was like really oddly priced. So yeah, it's actually the same game. But the difference is the new one has like Overwatch style components to your actual character. But you still have to do all of this. This is all like tower defense. So I think I like the second one more. I just wish I wasn't so bad at it. And you all know me, if I'm bad at a game, I don't like to show it. Not sure if you've already gone over it, but Wizard with a Gun just dropped as well. Yeah, we played that yesterday. I'm probably like 4 hours into the game so far. I actually enjoy it. The Awakener, Forgotten Oath, Action, RPG, Action Roguelike, Medieval, Roguelite. Wait, this might have our name on it. Is this a V.Me game? Okay. An action roguelike game from the... Okay, I couldn't read the rest. I think it said the Awakener series. I have no idea what that is. Venture to the world of the... Stop the annihilation. What's the roguelike, though? Looking like Vindictus. Isn't that the troll from Lord of the Rings? Like, I'm 99% sure I've seen this troll before, and the only one I can think of is Lord of the Rings. Like, the tower one or something. You like this demo? It's very indie, but not bad. But what's the roguelite? So I'm looking at this, which is different abilities. I don't think these are augments for your existing abilities. Obtain holy relics. We got meta. Maybe that's the roguelite. Attack 3. Total damage 15. Damage dealt 10. Damage dealt under crowd control 10. Okay, here we go. Here we go. This is the roguelite right here. During smash skills, form a whirlwind and trigger wind crack on weathered enemies. Holy snap. When normal attack hits an enemy, apply burning, maximum 5. Summon an ice shield and dash forward, dealing attack 0.5. Why does it have such bad scaling? Attack with each hit and apply 1 stack of frost. That's like an ability, though. That doesn't look like an augment. Unless it gives you ice shield whenever you dash. Death. My favorite part, the death. Reborn. Become a... Devs, come on. Give me like a half a second more on the text. Literally, am I a slow reader? Is that the issue? I swear, like, when I try to read stuff on stream, I'm actively trying to make myself read it faster, and it's still not fast enough. What this game reminded me of? This game reminded me of Edge of the Abyss Awaken. If you at all know what this game is, Edge of the Abyss Awaken. I have this game. I did one first look of it, and that was it. Mixed. I'm gonna play the trailer, and you'll see kind of what I mean. And I don't think it's fair to say, well, V, this is just what 3D Souls-like, roguelike, whatever you want to call it, games are. They all look like this. Which, to be fair, that's probably a bad sign. I might have seen you play it. I was gonna say I hope not, but that would be toxic to myself. The game is in English, by the way. So you would be thinking to yourself, all right, V, I kind of see it. You got a little bit of a Soulsborne, but then as combat comes in, oh snap. It's crazy now. He crazy now. The bitrate is kind of going haywire. So then you're like, all right, V, where's the roguelike? I see the action. I see the souls. Show me where the rogue portion is. Hopefully they show it too in the trailer. So I think there's like a real appetite for these kind of games. Like I want to play Dark Souls, but I don't want to do the same thing over and over again unless it's a roguelike. Then I will play as much as you all want me to. But unless you show like the roguelike portion, it's gonna be tough. Because people would just think like from this trailer, all I see is a Souls. I hate calling it a Souls clone. Okay, you got some Monster Hunter crafting and mining. This is an example, as we said earlier, where like I would love for the dev to like show your game to someone. Okay. So this is the roguelike portion. As you go through the game, you get XP to level up, and you spend that XP to get stuff. Multi-hit, super dash up, cyclone spin. Bonus flame with maybe healing. Swole shoulders. Bullet. So yeah, I think these games, like there's a real appetite for this kind of stuff. Wow, it's no good if your trailer has a repeat in it. I would have edited this out and put in something else. So the last game we saw, I feel, is maybe a updated version of that, which, you know what, that's fine. Forgotten Oath. Let's try to find like one or two more before we start up Lords of the Fallen. But yeah, see, it's hard out there. Sort of like a better Kingdoms of Amular. Kingdoms of Amular. Is it re-reckoning though? Is that important? It doesn't matter. They're all the same. It ain't a roguelike though. Does have the drip. Okay. Re-Reckoning is just the remaster. This is the remaster? How old is this game? Not a roguelike at all? Very old. Okay, got it. What is Pika-Yune Dreams? That's actually a game that I played. I don't think we played it on stream. I think I did a first look of it offline. Because like the dev reached out to just like experiment a little bit. B lost the ability to replay games without roguelike elements. Sag. What do you call Lies of P? Pika-Yune Dream. Pika-Yune Dream is a roguelike blend of Bullet Heaven Horde Survival. That is, I think, Taco Sunday's favorite phrase right here. And bullet hell gameplay. Craft ridiculous and overpowered builds adrift across the endless void. You must fend off thousands of nightmarish and otherworldly creatures. And don't forget your blah 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 blah. You don't replay Souls games. Everyone just plays it the first time. All right, so this is PK Yune Dream. I did play this. Okay. So you may be looking at this and thinking that V, I 1000% doubt that you would have played this. There is no possibility. But you would be wrong. It is survivors, I can say that. You basically have like all of these units that are coming at you. All of the numbers that you see on the screen, this is actually experience. And it's legitimately like the values you see. So like a 50 is worth more than a 5. So you're picking up all of this to level up your character. You're getting augments. I want to say you can only have one augment in one slot. So I think this might be like back, arm, chest. The game also like doesn't tell you what this stuff does when you get it. All you have, all right, so all you have is with object player step event, install create object / manager version, countdown / cooldown, alarm event. Like every item in the game is this. It's up to you to like decipher what this means. And like you get it the first time, you probably memorize it forever. But it actually has that for everything that you equip. But unfortunately, it doesn't give the best part of the game, which is this. So I forget what game you all talked about earlier. Maybe it was Spell Disc. So Spell Disc, you were saying it starts off as a roguelike, and then at the end of the game, it turns into a survivors game. And you could either like choose to play survivors, or you could just keep playing the roguelike. In this game, it starts off as survivors, but then once you get to a boss, the boss is Toho. And I don't mean that, oh, it's just like Brotato, where it's just like a boss that has bullet hell. It is like legitimately patterns of bullets where you have auto aim on your attack, and then it's your job to like just dodge through the patterns, just like how you would in Toho. And like this portion of the game is legitimately fun. You just have to get through survivors to get there. So it's a double-edged sword. And the story is kind of wild. I only played up until this boss because that's all that was available. But I've never seen a survivors turn into legitimate Toho. Only like, oh, we're also a bullet hell at the same time, but it's really not. Is bullet heaven a real game mechanic term now? I think people are between horde survival, HORDE, just calling it bullet hell, which is like wrong. Survival roguelike, and then also just let's actually look at Soulstone. I think Soulstone has a bunch of it. Yeah, so Soulstone just says bullet hell. That's like not really indicative of what's going on in the game. It's only a bullet hell because there's so many monsters on the screen. I don't see many people calling these horde survivors. Bullet heaven is a good term. Yeah, but not all survivors games are bullet heavens. I think that's part of the issue too. So like, when I call Soulstone survivors a bullet heaven, I want to say no. A bullet heaven to me is something like Paper Planet. To me, a bullet heaven is if you can actually like break your GPU because there's too many bullets on your screen. Bullet heavens are busted build hunters. So like here, they probably have like bullet replicator. Yeah, you can get like a mirror that splits your bullets into multiple bullets, and then when the bullets hit something, then the bullet detonates into multiple bullets, and then every monster that's tagged by a bullet is marked so that when it dies, it detonates as well. That to me is a busted build hunter, which is like the true bullet heaven. But then games like, or like Picayune Dreams, this is a bullet heaven to me, because like eventually you want to look like this. But Horde Survivor, I think, is Brotato, where it's like, it looks strong, but it's not a bullet heaven. It's just like stay alive. So this to me is what Horde Survival is. Which is like maybe a completely different genre, maybe. JC, hyped for a Hellboy game tomorrow? I'm picking up on the Switch. I am. I just don't know if I'm gonna play it on stream or not. Like, part of me wants to try doing a first look on YouTube, but I would have to do it tonight, basically. Maybe I could do it tomorrow morning. I would rather not. Stream it? I don't know. Streaming's hard. Stream it on YouTube, maybe. Stream it Saturday? Is there a chance we'd be behind the curve? I'll discuss with executive leadership today. See what we're doing. Crap, there's an update. I might lose internet while I'm doing this update for Lords of the Fallen. What's my take on Binding of Isaac? Would it be a top 10 roguelike? I'll answer that in just a second. Let me change the game, change the title. All right, Lords of the Fallen. First look. So I respect Binding of Isaac. I really do. Like, I know why it's good. I know why people love it. I don't think that I can play it on stream because there's almost too much to unlock progression-wise. Not in the same way as a Rogue Legacy 2. Rogue Legacy 2, like, I could get to the boss, get into New Game Plus, and now we know that there's like a New Game Plus to get the true ending. Instead, in Isaac, it's like, I feel like it takes forever to get all the stuff available to like be a fully fleshed out stream. And I think it's a game where like if someone clicks in, there's like a 30 gigabyte patch. Anyway, if someone was to click into my Isaac stream and see that I'm playing regular Bethany, not like whatever not tainted Bethany, regular Bethany, and all I'm doing is like killing Mama, and then that's it, that's the end, they would probably click out. And like, to be fair, I think it makes sense because you're not there to see such early game Isaac, you're there to see like the good stuff. And I feel like I just am not in the good stuff, and I probably never will be. Even though I have... See how many hours I have in Isaac. Binding of Isaac Rebirth, aka Repentance. I have 110 hours in Repentance. And I have probably never seen a single piece of Repentance content. That's cool. Like, for people who love Isaac, that is amazing. But for people who are new to Isaac, knowing that I have Repentance and I've never even seen the content for it except for like new items and characters, like, that's a detriment to me. Just, oh yeah, we could do like Dan Giesling. Just exclamation point pace our way, pace Bacante some Isaac. I think the only way that works is if your chat also like guides you through what you're supposed to do. Because there's too many things in Isaac to unlock. It would take a lot of effort for me to like plot out what I'm supposed to do. I would need epic backseating. We tried that with Hollow Knight. It's not that it didn't work well. It's that it's such a different thing to expect. Like, if you have a channel title that says speedrunning Hollow Knight, you click into it, and the streamer has a YouTube channel up, and they are like playing one-to-one with the YouTube channel, it's a little weird, and I don't know if everyone like gets it when they see it. Strictly Binding of Isaac, entirely respectable. I don't know, I think I'd enjoy watching Isaac content. I'm about 3 wins away from perfect. Yeah, I have heard that. What I like to say, and this is not like a dig at anybody, this is purely like general speaking from a creator standpoint. A person I like to watch every once in a while, John Wolf. John Wolf does a lot of horror stuff, but on Twitch, it's almost exclusively Dead by Daylight. The installed version of the NVIDIA graphics driver has known issues. Please install